From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right. But that shouldn't be. When they're on the top of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game and not give them any reason to hope. Get on the top of it and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Porter.
They're going for Hill, but the pass intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a big 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Sometimes it can bring you, but when you pay it off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Extra point by Gaines. Up and good. And they'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on foot. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, LA!
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That one goes for 24 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Dolphins at 1-9 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point is up and good. It's now 21-7. For the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. A good-looking return set up here. And he will take this one back all the way inside the 35.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
And so we're into it over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call. and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Porter. They'll roll him out right. Right side complete to Carter. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. He was out there waving his arms. And when you put back out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving his arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Well, they'll get this up awfully close to a first down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Back to throw. Porter. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. We've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Mistakes out there. Come on, boys.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, I want to see your TV celebration. 12.
Now Burrow down around his goal line. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Okay, let's make some good calls, offense.
Here we go. 11.
Do this, offense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Burrow. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point. Games up and going. And now 4 touchdowns each time. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Off play action. Porter. Open man right side is Cup, complete. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Porter steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Burrow backs it forward. It's a jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here we go. 11.
Get out of here with a win, oh!
11 coming.
I want to see some points up
12.
Burrow throw. Tyreek Hill's got another one. Now the ball comes loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. 2nd down and 3. Operating from the gun. Porter. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Back to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams.
Cooper Kupp.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, take. 11.
First down, here's Burrow. He's got him in, complete.
And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dolphins would extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Gay is good. And the lead now 3 touchdowns. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 1. He's able to find Milton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Porter. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now Burrow on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. The first play of the second half. A big success, over 30 yards.
11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT.
That's it. Keep the pressure on him, oh. Let's go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
We got their defense right.
11.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 14. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
You guys are embarrassing me.
No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
12. 11 Thomas.
Now Burrow. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Here we go. 12.
Here's Burrow, setting up to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 4 yards out. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gay is on for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. But he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is nearly impossible. Let's face it. The bottom line is it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trying when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just taking the shreds.
He'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick a spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. They complete it to him. Breaks the tackle down. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The gain is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 4th. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve?
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
They go play action here on first down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, he'll drop to throw.
time thus far. Picked up by Noah Iguodala. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. To about the 40-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Forced out to his left. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Call no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, MT, take.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow.
Keep going.
He's going to find him here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say for one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. Maybe some major changes on that side. When we see them the next time, man.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays. Harder to move it.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Dolphins, it's just their 2nd win here in 11 tries this season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.